We begin life pure, unburdened by expectation, but slowly the world hands us masks, masks of conformity, masks of fear. We wear them to survive until we forget our own face. Layer by layer, we bury ourselves, the dutiful child, the perfect employee, the acceptable version of you. But these masks grow heavy, their chains tightening with every lie. Society rewards conformity. But beneath the uniformity, a quiet rebellion stirs, a voice whispering, "This is not who I am." To unmask is to bleed. It means confronting the fractures in your reflection, the parts you've disowned to appease others. We become machines, performing roles, chasing approval. But the soul is no cog. It rebels. It breaks. It demands authenticity. Who pulls your strings? Parents? Partners? The ghost of expectations? To become real, you must burn the puppeteer's hands. We cling to control, plans, routines, personas, to avoid the terrifying truth. Life is chaos. And in chaos, we find our rawest selves. Time is a prison. We race against it, building walls of success to hide our fragility. But time always wins, and in its wake, only truth remains. The rule books we inherit are written in ash. Burn them. Write your own. The Tower card warns, collapse precedes rebirth. Let your false foundations crumble. Only then can you rebuild from the soul outward. One day, the masks crack. The illusions shatter. You're left standing in the ruins of who you thought you were. Lost, but finally free to ask, who am I beneath the rubble? To find yourself, you must descend into the darkness. Confront the monsters you've locked away, the rage, the desire, the parts deemed unacceptable by a world terrified of truth. The deeper you go, the louder the voices. Turn back, stay small, hide. But the soul's whisper grows stronger. Keep going. Here, in the dark, you meet your ancestors, the ones who also wrestled with their shadows. Their struggles are etched in your DNA. Their courage is your birthright. The abyss is not empty. It's alive, with memories, regrets, and the primal self you've denied. Dive deeper. Let it swallow you whole. Between masks and truth lies the void, a numb wasteland where passion dies. Here, you'll question, is authenticity worth the pain? Numbness is the soul's protest. It screams, I refuse to play this game. But to stay here is to surrender. To move forward, you must thaw. Life feels like a broken carousel, going nowhere, repeating cycles. But the void is not the end. It's the womb, the silence before rebirth. Carl Jung called it the shadow, the hidden self we exile. But integration, not annihilation, is the path. To become whole, you must meet your shadow and let it speak. This is not destruction, it is purification. The fire burns away the false, leaving only the raw, unapologetic core, the self that needs no mask. The shadow is not your enemy. It's the wolf you starve to be good. Feed it. Let it howl. Only then will the war inside cease. Alchemy turns lead to gold. Your shadow is the lead. Embrace it, and you transmute pain into power, fear into ferocity. Rage is sacred. It's the fire that melts the chains of compliance. Let it roar. Let it destroy what cages you. The world will say no to your truth. Say yes anyway. Break the signs. Rewrite the rules. To be authentic is to be the wolf, unowned, untamed. The pack may shun you, but the wild is your birthright. Rebirth is not a moment. It's a daily choice. to stand naked in your truth, even when the world demands you shrink. You are both the child and the sage, the wounded and the healer. Rebirth is remembering you've always been whole. Your past is not a grave, it's fertilizer. From rot grows resilience, from pain, purpose. Authenticity terrifies because it demands vulnerability. But in the cracks, we find connection, the reflection of another soul saying, "Me too." Behind every mask is a heartbeat, a story, a shadow. When you unmask, you give others permission to do the same. To love authentically is to walk on glass. It will cut you, but it's the only path to real connection. Authenticity has a price. The world will judge you. It will exile you. But exile is a gift. It forces you to build a home within yourself. To become who you are, you must bury who you were. Let the mourners weep. You are not here to comfort them. Let go of what others want from you. Their expectations are not your burden. Watch them scatter like crows, dark, fleeting, and free. The path of authenticity is lonely. It will drain you. But every drop of blood waters the seeds of your rebirth. You are not a fixed thing. You are a river, always flowing, always changing. To resist change is to drown in stagnation. You are not one self. You are many. The artist, the warrior, the lover, the fool. Embrace the chaos. It is your kaleidoscope. The journey never ends. Each step destroys the last. But destruction is creation. The staircase leads not to a destination, but to infinity. You are the storm, the sand, the lightning. You are the chaos and the calm. To be eternal is to be forever becoming. When you unmask, you plant a seed. Its roots reach others, whispering, "You can be free too." Authenticity is contagious. Your courage gives others permission to unmask. One by one, the mirrors shatter, and the crowd becomes a chorus of truth. Your story is a bridge. Someone, somewhere, is waiting to cross it. Write boldly. Your words may save a life. When you shine, you give others permission to burn. Together, you illuminate the darkness. This is the legacy of the unmasked. You are not one reflection. You are a mosaic, broken, beautiful, and whole. The cracks are where the light enters. The privilege of a lifetime is not perfection. It's wholeness. It's holding the cosmos within you and saying, "This is enough." The journey ends where it began, in the self. But now, you are no longer a prisoner. You are the key, the light, the infinite. The privilege of a lifetime is not wealth, fame, or power. It's the courage to tear off the masks, descend into the abyss, and emerge as the masterpiece you were always meant to be.